It sounds like so generic. Like, welcome to Theo and Sage in the morning.
Honestly, yeah, like a news station.
Imagine exactly like good evening or good morning. Welcome to
Good
Theo and
morning.
Sage. Theo and
I don't know. This is the right
Sage coming
place.
at you live. Hold
So problem solved. Oh, you go first. Sorry.
on. Bro, all you have to do is pretend we're not recording.
It's a bet. I can do that. I can do that.
Like, even though we're recording right now, pretend like this is just a casual conversation. Just relax, take it easy, you know?
Okay, I'll do that. I'll
Yeah.
do that. All right.
And remember, it's like
Hmm.
a dual interview. Like, I ask you questions, you ask me questions, and then it's a conversation, you know?
Bet.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah. Do I start now?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Forgetting. I really enjoy these conversations, man. Like, if there's anyone that I could be philosophical with or just deep talks with, I'm glad it's you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Me too.
Yeah.
Likewise. So, what's your favorite philosophy?
Philosophy.
Mm.
Um. You want to provide me with an example?
Touche, touche. Okay. Uh, you ever heard of like existentialism?
Except, no, no. What is that?
It's like uh, I don't know how to explain it. Oh,
Wait.
you ever heard of
X.
Sonder?
Sonder. I don't ponder, but
Sonder, like the
what
feeling.
Sonder? Oh, like
Yeah,
when you reflect or something like that, right?
no, that's ponder, bro. That's
Oh
similar.
wait.
It's similar, but not really. But Sonder is basically like um, it's when you realize that the people around you that you interact with, like on the street, or example, like they have their own lives, and
I
everybody.
was just thinking that.
Exactly, that's what Sonder means. Like the feeling of realizing that other people exist. Like,
Oh my gosh, yes, I know that feeling. I
like,
don't think of it
yeah,
when I'm talking to them, but later on, when I'm reflecting, I do.
because
So,
everybody has a story, you know.
hmm
So what's your story,
yeah, we
bro?
like. I feel okay. So I feel like in our lives, we think we're the main characters, but then there's other
Because we
people with
are.
their own lives as
Yeah.
well, and it's like, holy shit, it's not just us, it's them too.
Tec-
They're not the side
Yeah.
characters, like in their movie, in their life.
Because they're the main character.
Exactly, yeah. It's a
Everybody's
weird feeling.
the main character, but like some people uh think what the world revolves around them when
Hmm.
the world is shared by everybody, you know?
That is true, yeah.
Yeah.
I understand if it's hard, not to sound selfish, I understand if it's hard to lose sight of that because there's like many, excuse
Because
me,
yeah,
there's like 8 billion people in this world, but we're all in this together. I feel like people need to remember that.
I agree. Sage for World Peace 2024.
Exactly. Exactly. No, but really, I
Yeah.
wonder, I wonder if there's a feeling for thinking about like the lives of other people in like the other parts of the world and just like acknowledging it.
I think that also relates to Sonder.
Sonder, yeah, something like
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Because like that's thinking about people like yeah, how everybody you meet has a story that
Hmm.
you're just like observing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I
Like
wonder what
yeah.
I feel like my story is without coming off as triggering, realizing that people's words will never define who I am, and
That's good.
to just like let this is actually in some senses the past to go. Okay?
Say again. Say again.
Oh, thank you. What's your story?
Well, I'm still figuring that out to be honest.
Yeah,
Like
I get that. I get that.
there's like I
Oh, you
feel
first,
that
yeah.
different there's different stories like when it comes to different things. You know what I mean? Uh like there's a story um of who I am on the internet, right? Like
Hmm.
okay, let me rephrase that. Okay.
Okay.
So in my in my view, I like to think of myself as like uh people think of different things when they think of me. I'm a different story to different people, you know?
Right.
Like my role and my story differs based on like different perspectives, you know? Like
Whoa.
if I'm on the train, right?
Hmm.
And if I'm like having a bad day, right?
Hmm.
Like uh the people on the train might think of me as a jerk, right?
Hmm.
But in the same day, if I see someone like who needs help carrying their stroller, right?
Right.
And if I help them, they're gonna see me as a good person and someone who helps people. They're gonna see me as a helper, you know?
Yeah, it's based on perception. Yeah,
Exactly.
it's
Like
perception based. Yeah.
I'd say for my overall main story, like of who I think I am, like I think I'm a good
Hmm.
person who uh who always wants to make time for the people he cares about. And
I respect that.
yeah, thank you, thank you. And there's more to it that like uh I don't want to say too much about myself cuz like the internet, you know.
I got that.
But like I feel like uh there's different perceptions, you know? Like
Hmm.
cuz like yeah, I don't want to get into too much about uh who I am as a person because I don't want it to sound like I'm full of myself, you know.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So but like I feel
You know.
like you were saying go.
Oh, you go first. Sorry, I didn't realize.
It's okay. I feel like
Yeah.
yeah. I feel like uh I want to express myself a little bit through like filmmaking and storytelling, like making YouTube videos and stuff. Because like
Right.
I don't feel like I could, uh, like I, I don't feel like talking about myself. I just want to express myself without talking about myself. You know what I mean? Like I could
Yeah, being subtle. I get that.
That's exactly what my yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I want to do.
Mhm.
I want to
Yeah.
like express it through. I want to express myself in my work than like saying it if because like I don't know how people will react to like because like words are just words. Actions speak louder. You know, like
I love that. Yeah, that's a
exactly.
good motto, honestly.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, I saw somewhere that you shouldn't really tell people about your past to like friends or family, and I feel on the borderline between both of them. Like,
How so?
I have to agree with it, and I also like I have to disagree with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
I get it. I get it. I
I
get.
feel like on one hand of the spectrum, it's okay because, you know, it's good. It's a good way of healing. You can like let it out, but it's also maybe not good because you never know if they can use the past against you
True.
in like a negative manner. So, I wish I had that.
It's like it's like the media sometimes when they get like um when they get a hold of like someone's past and then they use that they
To
always
ruin life. Yeah.
exactly they always bring it up whenever like um a celebrity's in the news, right?
Right,
They always bring up the celebrity's past to like
right.
to create like some kind of story about it.
Exactly. They're literally exploiting like people's freedoms.
Exactly, kind of, yeah.
How is that illegal? Like, it should be.
I mean, I'm not I don't know what you're what? I don't understand what you're trying to say.
Like they're invading people's privacy and their
Oh
freedoms.
yeah,
Like that's not
definitely,
fair.
definitely, yeah. They're exploiting their past for profit, basically.
That's really I don't know. A lot of things goes unnoticed in my opinion in this
Yeah,
world.
because like nobody really cares like about
Yeah,
the
to make a change.
media like bringing up people's past. Cause like it's like a
Right, yeah.
yeah, it's like a touchy subject because some stuff like it, I in some cases it's important for the past to be brought up, but if the person has like uh proven themselves to like be a changed person, right? If the person
You read my mind. Yeah,
yeah, like if the person like showed that they changed, then you shouldn't really bring up their past because what point?
exactly.
There's no point to it if the person already changed, you know?
Exactly. And honestly, but
Yeah,
if I'm being honest,
yeah,
I feel like people who do that, who like they try to bring up the past on someone who's obviously changed,
yeah.
I feel like they're no better than how that other person used to be in the past, and just in my opinion.
I agree, bro. I agree.
Like, don't get me wrong. I know that there's wait, hold on.
Okay.
Oh my God. Anyways, I know that some oh,
You were saying?
sorry, I know that people have I know that there are some, stuff that can be seen as unforgivable,
I
but
agree.
if I'm obviously I'm not talking about like murder or whatnot.
Yeah, I know, I know.
But I feel
I
like
get it.
if someone genuinely apologizes and it's shown over the years that they changed, then I don't obviously have no reason to consider them as that person that they used to be before.
I
I
agree.
consider them a new person,
I agree.
and I want to like build off the relationship from there. So
And
mm.
like we're
I've watched a lot of
yeah,
TV shows and movies about redemptions, and I know it's not easy, but if someone can do it, everybody can. So
and the reason we're generalizing here is because um we don't want to like call out people or whatever cuz like
yep,
we don't want any drama. So we're just
yeah,
like generalizing and like yeah,
yeah. Just to put it out there for the viewers, I wasn't really nitpicking anybody. I'm just basing it off what I've watched the movies and
yeah,
whatnot. So.
yeah. So uh which brings us to our next topic,
Right.
generalizations. So
General,
like
I don't even know where to begin with that. Honestly,
me
there's so
too.
much I could say. Well, at least I could think so.
Eh, or do you want me to start?
You can go first.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So, um generally speaking, I don't like making generalizations, but like
Sometimes
sometimes
I understand why.
exactly. That's the point I'm trying to make. Like sometimes you have to generalize because you can't talk to every single person. You know what I mean? Cuz like
Yeah, we can't
yeah.
we can't like influence every single mind in the world, but we can only hope that by bringing awareness and with the passing of time, their minds open up more.
Yeah, like you can't there's 8 billion people in this world. Like you
Shocking. Yep.
can't speak to every single person. So you cuz you
Mhm.
the world is so big yet so small. Like you have to generalize sometimes. Not all the time though. And it depends on the generalization because sometimes the generalizations aren't really accurate, but other times it is accurate.
I agree. Yeah, exactly. I feel like I'm not calling out anybody out when I say this, but I honestly feel like as humans we tend to be very narrow-minded,
I
and
agree.
for like a large population of that size of 8 million, I mean, sorry, 8 billion,
Yeah,
that's a kind of dangerous
especially on
fact.
Twitter.
Wait,
Twitter, bro.
what?
Twitter. You ever been on Twitter?
Twitter? I had an account, but I've never seen anything like posted like I would see on social media.
That's good, bro.
Like
That's good,
there's a fight video on Twitter. I never seen stuff like that. So I
bro.
just heard about it through like TikTok and whatnot.
Twitter is so full of narrow-minded people. Like it's crazy, bro. Like Twitter.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, that's why I don't really fuck with
yeah.
social media like that.
What's the word
Because
for it? Yeah.
I feel like misforms like um how do I say this?
Yeah.
Anyone can be misinformed on there, straight up,
Exactly.
without
It's
doing basic research.
like I agree. All across like social media, like Twitter, Instagram, Musically. Wait, no, not Musically. TikTok. Sorry.
It's okay.
Remember Musically, bro? That's
No, those
crazy.
are the good.
Yeah.
I had an account, but I never made a video by myself.
Bro, I made a ton of videos, but they were all on like private because like
I know.
yeah.
Security, yeah.
Yeah. But
I never
yeah.
understood how that worked, like musically. Like, do you just shake your phone around while singing or something? Like, in a
Yeah,
fast or slow pace? Like,
that's how they did it back in the day. Like
they did it like fast paced?
they just like took the phone, did like 10
I can't lie, I
seconds.
miss those days.
Yeah.
I don't like what TikTok became now. It's like Vine all over again, almost.
I mean,
I mean,
TikTok is like a
I mean,
combination of Vine and Musically. Yeah.
yeah.
Continue.
To be honest, the only problem I don't have a problem with it. I'd say I sometimes lounge for like what it used to be in the old days
What do you mean?
when I feel like there was actual trends going on.
Oh yeah. I mean, but that's because like TikTok's like audience has changed because like there's more people on TikTok than ever before. Like
Yeah, that's true.
half
I
of the
remember
yeah,
you go first. Sorry.
like half of the world's population is on TikTok.
You have jobs on it now too. Apparently,
Yeah,
like you could be a
exactly.
TikTok creator
But
or whatever.
they don't pay their creators enough. Like
I wouldn't know much, but yeah.
yeah.
You know, why did I lose my train of thought?
It's okay. It's okay.
Hmm. You know what? Let's just keep going on because I really can't remember anymore. But
I have an idea, bro.
how much do influencers get paid?
I I'm not really sure, but I think there's a ton of videos that like talk about it. Like Hank Green talks about it sometimes on his channel, like
I just
vlog.
remembered.
Yeah,
I remember back in like 2018 or 17 or something.
yeah.
Not 17, more like 18, 19. It would be seen as embarrassing to have TikTok.
Oh
You'd be
yeah,
seen as like
definitely,
the
definitely.
weird kid for like using TikTok.
Yeah.
Al- Almost like if someone said they're actually, yeah, if someone said they were using Gacha Life or something, it would be
Yo,
that kind of
Gotcha
weirdness,
Life.
I think.
Don't even get me started, bro. That's a trash game. I mean
Gacha Life,
I never played it, but I heard how terrible it is. Bro, don't even get me started on Gotcha Life. That's
is it
crazy.
like a furry roleplay game or something?
Really? Damn, that's crazy.
I don't know. Oh, shoot.
Why would they have a furry roleplay game? That's
That's kind of what
weird.
it seems to be,
Yeah, that's weird.
honestly.
No hate to
My
furries.
friend,
I just don't understand it.
my cousin wanted me to get it
Yeah,
like 2 years ago, and I
yeah.
was like, "There's no way you can pay me." Like,
How much?
no, you cannot pay me like no amount of money to play that game. I'm sorry. Like,
So it's
I don't
like,
know what it is.
yeah,
I would not play it. Just my belief. I mean, I respect anybody who plays it, but I
yeah.
cannot
I
personally.
agree. I
I'm
agree
too
with
old
you.
for it.
100%. I agree. So anyway,
Remember the old Club
yeah,
Penguin? Oh, sorry, the old Club
go
Penguin
ahead.
days and
Yeah.
Pop Tropica.
Oh yeah. Yo,
Oh,
I love that game, bro. Called Penguin.
me too.
It was the best.
Me too. I remember wanting the membership so bad. I
Bro,
got it like once in my life.
same, bro. Like, and then there was this time where like uh I couldn't use the members only clothes anymore. So I was stuck with the clothes that I had in the game.
Oh yeah, me too. If you
Yeah.
changed out of it, it was gone forever. Well,
Exactly. Like you
in your
couldn't get
inventory.
it back. I mean, it doesn't matter now though because like
It's,
it it
it's kind of
ended
gone.
like
Yeah.
2017.
Hmm.
6 years ago. Can you believe that? 2017 was 6 years
No, I
ago.
can't. So I'm not even shocked. I mean, I am, but
Yeah.
each year is going by really fast, in my opinion.
But
Like, for example,
yeah.
one day it's January, the next day it's almost the end of February. Like, wow.
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
that's how time works, bro. Like if you do stuff, of course it's going to feel faster, you know? Like
yeah, do things you love doing, guys.
yeah, like if you keep yourself busy, time's going to go by just like that. Like
Hmm. That's me.
time always goes by. Like there's nothing you could really do about it. All you have to do is like do what you
Spend
want
it
to
wisely.
do with the time you
Yeah.
have, you know? Like don't
Yeah,
worry.
spend it wisely.
Yeah, don't worry about spending time or like how fast it's going because in my opinion, all you're doing is just wasting time thinking about time when you could just go out, experience life with your friends and your family instead of talking about how time is going by fast. Because like
Exactly. Like, you're
yeah,
gonna miss it when
exactly.
responsibility comes your way more often.
If you're always thinking about it, you're not actually experiencing it, and then your life's gonna be a waste.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I understand the troubles that comes with it. I'll be honest.
How
I
so?
struggled with that for a while.
With like time or with like life?
Time. More like not really knowing how to balance and organize my time.
I mean, there's always time. You just have to make it, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Because
Hmm.
think of this
I,
podcast
I'll,
for
I'll be
yeah,
honest.
yeah.
I'll
Think
be
of
honest though.
yeah,
Something that I still unfortunately am struggling with is
yeah,
my homework procrastination. Not well, procrastination and organization. But what I decided to do as of today.
yeah,
So you know how on Blackboard, which is a college website in New York,
yeah,
um, you know how on Blackboard, you see your courses in order. Like for example, health first is the first course, anthropology as a second, and whatnot.
yeah.
I'm
Yep.
gonna do the homework assignment based on what order I see first on the top, and then I go from the bottom.
That's good.
Well, towards the bottom. Yeah.
It's good. I agree. It's good.
Hey, thank you, man. Yeah,
So let's go back to the conversation about social media, right?
bet right.
So as you said, there's a ton of misinformation like on social media, right?
Hmm.
But the thing is, not that many people are aware that what they hear on social media is a lie because like nobody really takes the time to research or to find like credible sources because nobody has the time for that, you know? Like it's crazy cuz like if people actually had the time to like put in the extra effort to looking up whether or not something is true, then the world it will be a better place, you know?
Exactly.
The thing is, most people have time, but people just
Don't want to do it. Yeah.
exactly they just wasted scrolling on social media when
Mhm.
more power to them, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I know why it's hard because I'm one of those people. Honestly,
Same.
like I feel like there's two. In my opinion, there's two sides to the media. Uh, there's the truth, and then there's the lies, the misinformation and whatnot.
But
And people lean
sometimes
towards that more.
but I agree. And I also realize that sometimes um it's mixed, you know? Like the truth are mixed with the lies and then it gets all complicated, you know?
And it's a good way to look at it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see how that plays.
Cuz like the media if the media always lied, then I well, I don't know what to say
Yeah,
about that because like who knows if the media is lying, you know? 'Cause
exactly.
we're just
Let me
general
ask you.
yeah, hold on one second. We're just
About,
generalizing here, you know? Like
right?
all we're doing is like making generalizations about the whole media industry. So I guess there's like a ton of nuance into it that we're overlooking.
I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah, that's what I feel like. In my opinion, that's what makes it. That's
Harder.
a harder aspect of the internet.
Yeah.
So,
I agree because
but
like
let me ask you a question.
yeah.
Oh, you go first. Sorry.
No, you go first. I'm sorry.
Okay. So my question is, do you feel that there's a side to the internet where people are misinformed, but more so unintentionally? Like if they're spreading around rumors,
Yes.
it's not
Yes. A
out of
hundred percent.
bias, but it's out of
A
like
100%, bro.
unintentional.
100%.
I don't know how to say that.
You know why? You know why? A hundred
Why?
percent. Because
Why?
some people, some people believe whatever the fuck they hear. You know.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's true.
Sorry for my language, but it's the
That's
truth.
okay.
Some people believe whatever they like, hear their favorite, what their favorite content creator says. You know.
Hmm.
Because like that's. I'm gonna bring up a whole different topic.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Parasocial relationships. You know, like
Right.
the audience feels like a connection to their um to what they watch. You know, they feel like a connection. They feel like the person that they watch knows them personally, and then thus they believe whatever they hear their favorite content creator say. That's the problem. Like, I mean, it's not really a problem. It's just a problem if they're not willing to fact check the information. You know, if they blindly follow whatever they hear on social media just because it's coming
Exactly.
from their favorite content creator, you know? I agree.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah,
Es- Especially when you said if people just fact check more often, the internet and the media would be a better place. I agree with that. Yeah.
exactly, exactly, exactly.
So like
Yeah.
I can't imagine at what point people thought like the internet would become the main source of all of this. Like
What do you mean?
all of like it would become the source of like misinformation being spread around,
Oh yeah,
there being two sides to
definitely,
every story.
definitely. Like, I don't think the creator of the internet realized just how much powerful, or no, I don't think that like the people who made the internet realized just how like divisive the internet will become.
Exactly. I don't think anybody saw anything of the
Exactly.
internet coming, any aspect of it.
Yo, do you believe like how the Simpsons predicted stuff?
Oh,
No, like, do
honestly,
you? Yeah.
I don't like being neutral but like on one hand, I feel like I don't even know. That's the thing. It's so uncanny to the point I can anyone can believe it.
But the thing is it really a prediction, or if it, or is it just like a joke based on what came before? You know, is it
Here's
a
the thing. I
like
used to think
yeah?
it was. You go first. Sorry.
No, you go first.
So that's the audio. But let's be honest. The Simpsons predicted a lot of worldwide events that ended up happening. 9/11. I think Donald Trump being the president or something like that, right?
But
Um,
did
someone
they
being
yeah?
president. I remember that much.
But did they really predict it, or did they just
Yeah,
like make a joke out of it? Right? Like, oh, okay. What I'm trying to say is, did they really predict it, or did they just come up with the most absurd thing, and like it just sort of happened to happen in real life, you know? Because like I doubt that the people who made The Simpsons actually thought Trump was gonna be president, you know?
yeah.
Because like
Especially since Trump. Sorry.
he's a fool, like he's crazy. Like why would anyone vote for that guy? Even when he bankrupt his businesses so many, he had, he's a failed businessman. Who would
Right.
who would trust him to lead a country, you know? Like,
Exactly.
so I think they were just making fun of like the idea of him becoming president instead of predicting that he would be president, because nobody in their right mind would predict something like that, you know? It's a joke.
I-
Like it's a joke that happened to exist. Now, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, and especially to add on
Yeah,
for first, Trump I mean, Trump did say he would never be president, and apparently, if I remember correctly,
yeah,
he ran as a joke, and he
exactly,
somehow actually got
exactly.
elected, right?
And he didn't think he was gonna win. Like,
Exactly.
yo,
He knew nothing about politics to like come up with that
exactly.
statement.
Like he he didn't. He was a political outsider who just happened to have enough money to run for president. He's crazy. He's
Yeah,
always
seeing as how
crazy.
the system works. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. Continue.
Sorry, that's the audio.
It's okay. No
Seeing as
problem.
how the system works, I I can see what you're saying on the latter about um not the writer's not predicting it, but just coming up with the most absurd thing, which somehow
Exactly.
ended up actually happening.
Like it's
Again, because of
crazy.
how our system is. Yeah,
Yeah. Cause like people treat The Simpsons as if it's like uh not
a secret
that
government type thing.
exactly. They think of it more than like okay. I'll try relating this to like English class. You know how
Go for it.
English
Yeah.
teachers read into everything that they
Mm. Do
like.
they?
They yeah
I wouldn't know.
they read into every single book, looking for some deeper meaning, right? A deeper
Oh, that
meaning
is
to
true.
their book, like textual analysis, philosophical stuff. There,
That is true. Yeah.
it's
They seek for deeper meanings in
exactly.
quotes.
But with The Simpsons, it's not that deep. That's what people on the internet fail to realize. That it's not that deep. It's just a joke. The Simpsons were literally made to just make people laugh. Not that deep.
It's a sitcom. Yeah.
Exactly. It's not serious either. Like, yeah. Speaking of,
Honestly,
yeah,
I can understand why people would. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I first saw these kind of theories, I was like 14 or something. So in my mind, I obviously kind of did believe it. But I'll be honest though, not to feed into this,
yeah.
I will give the internet a little bit of credit because it kind of did have me shook for a while. Because these coincidences were out of this world, literally.
I mean, it depends on the narrative that you hear because, like,
That is true.
depending on what you hear, your whole perspective shifts. Like,
True.
yeah, and 14-year-olds, heck, even 19-year-olds like myself and like you, right?
Surprisingly, yeah.
Yeah, like our brains aren't fully developed until we reach like the age of 25. So like whatever we hear, we soak into our heads like sponges cuz like our brains absorb so much information. And
Yeah.
especially in the internet age where information is like available with the tip with like in the tip of your fingers, like rapidly
Oh, that is true.
available
Yeah.
and like
We live in a digital world. Yeah.
exactly you could search for anything at any time and the information will be there in a second
Yeah.
or like a minute. Like so much rapid information that we're exposed to
Hmm.
as
Yeah.
teenagers. And
You know.
yeah,
Sorry. Fuck.
no, it's okay. Continue.
You know. I feel like I shouldn't be the one to say this, but I feel like if we don't combat these kind of like virtual issues, I can't imagine what kind of issues we'd face in the long run. Like as technology
I
continues to
agree.
advance,
I agree. You know, Hank Green one time said on his YouTube channel, right?
right?
I think it was Hank's channel. That's literally the name of it. Hank's channel, right?
Right? I'll look into
Uh,
it. Yeah.
he made a video like where he said someday people in the future will they will view social media like we view cigarettes, and that
Wait, that is
yeah, yeah.
so. Yes, it's a drug. It's literally
Exactly,
yes.
exactly. It's a
Mhm.
drug that everybody in the world, well, for the most part, everybody on the world is like addicted to, like social media, like always scrolling. 8 hours a day. That's I don't think that's healthy. Like I do that a lot. I just spend every day on my phone for
right?
a lot of time, and like I feel like um as you said earlier, like the effects, like I'm also curious about what the effects would be in the long run because it's like we're just a test, you know what I mean? Like nobody
Just the mere
really
beginnings.
yeah, exactly. Nobody really like experienced like uh, receiving so much information at a young age. Like it could it could go both ways. It could either make us the smartest generation or the generation that doesn't have any attention whatsoever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really feel like if things continue to play out the way they are, we're gonna like respectfully devolve in a certain
I
sense.
agree. 100% I agree. Cuz like
Man,
yeah, cuz like TikTok and like a lot of social media apps, they're like
right?
they limit progress, right? Like so much information gets put into your brain where you don't realize like how fast the time okay. I'm going back to the conversation that we had about time, right?
Right?
Like when you're on social media, time goes even faster because you're like not no like you're not noticing the time pass when you're
Hmm.
on like when you're constantly scrolling and stuff like that, you know?
Right?
It's like you ever seen the movie Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief?
Oh, I've heard of it, but I watched the first 5 minutes of the opening. That was it.
Oh,
The part where he's I don't want to spoil it, but he turns into a tree or something like that in the woods.
that's not what I remember. He turned
Wait,
into a tree?
am I thinking of the right one?
I think that was
I don't know, something like
a
that.
different one.
I'm not caught up with this kind of stuff nowadays.
It's okay. It's okay. But anyway,
I will be,
in the movie, right? Like,
right?
um, Percy, Grover, and Annabeth, I think her name was right.
Right?
Uh, they went to a casino, right?
Right?
Called like
Yeah,
the Lotus Hotel, right? Or like the Lotus
right?
Flower or whatever. Basically, they were like eating like lotus flowers, and like it was like a drug. They didn't notice that how much time was passing, and they spent a few weeks in the Lotus Hotel. Not a few weeks. They spent months in the Lotus Hotel when to them it felt like a few hours. But some people in the Lotus Hotel have been there since the 90s.
Well, what?
Like, and this movie came out in 2010. So 30 years. Like, the movie takes place in 2010. So like, some of the people who were stuck in the Lotus were from the 90s who thought, or was it the
Whoa.
80s? I'm not sure. But they were from like for a long time they were stuck in the Lotus Hotel. And then Percy, Annabeth, and Grover realized that they had to get out of there or else like they would be stuck uh and they wouldn't clear their names because Percy was on the run because people like the Greek gods thought that Percy stole the lightning thief when it turned out to be spoiler warning. I'm gonna say like a the spoiler for the
Right? It's
movie.
okay.
It turned out to be the son of Hermes, Luke.
The son of.
Luke.
Yeah, I need to watch that to better understand.
Yeah. So Luke framed Percy, which is
Right?
another topic from a for another day, I think. Like anyway, so what I'm basically my point is I'm trying to equate like prolonged use on social media to the lotus flower from Percy Jackson, in that they're both like drugs almost, because time passes without you knowing. And yeah, and you waste time, like it feels like it's fun, but
It's just mindless, right?
exactly in reality, you're not really aware of like how long you spent there.
Hmm.
And then it hits you when you realize just how much uh time you spent on it. And then, but lucky for us, we're not in that world. Like, we're not in the world of Percy Jackson, and
Oh, we're yeah.
we're in the world of social media, which is kind of like the same thing, but like we're still young, so we have like a lot of time on our hands, you know.
Hmm.
But the thing is, uh, yeah, like we just have to be more aware of the time we spend, and like we have to realize sooner or later the impacts that social media has on our brain. Because like I feel like it limits our creativity in a way, right?
That is actually true. Yeah, it does. I have a really good reason why too.
Explain. Go ahead.
When you're done, though, I'll go.
No, I'm done. I'm sorry for talking.
Okay,
It's okay.
my bad. That's okay, my bad. No, I appreciate the lengthy response. I'm actually really interested to watch it now. Someday I will. Um,
You should. It's a good
so
movie.
I feel like social media also like dehumanizes us in the sense that like we compare ourselves to other people, like whether it's their looks or their lifestyles, and we end up subconsciously degrading ourselves because of it.
I
And
agree.
that's like a really sad thing to do. And I'm saying this as somebody who once did it myself, and I sometimes still find myself doing it too. Like it causes, envy, jealousy,
Yeah,
loneliness, anger, whatnot. Yeah,
and it like prohibits progress, like self progress too, because if you're so busy comparing yourself to other people on the internet, you're not gonna spend the time to work on yourself, and then you're not gonna grow as a person. You know?
exactly. You're taking away that progress that you can
Exactly.
make for yourself.
Exactly. You're taking away all the potential you have for yourself when you're spending it, like you spend your attention on things that don't really matter, like whether or not someone has a better life than you on the internet, or if like instead of focusing on how to make a better life for yourself, you focus on other people, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but like it's wasting time, you know? I do the same thing
Exactly.
sometimes, and I always tell myself that like things on the like what I see on the internet may not what may not necessarily be reality, you know? Because all of it is like it, let's be real, like the
Right?
internet is full of like people who claim to be authentic, but they're just doing it for like the camera, and they're doing it to put on a show and romanticizing their lives when is you know you know what I mean? Like they want their lives to appear perfect than it actually is, but it's not, because
Exactly.
yeah,
Things aren't what they always seem.
exactly. That's the
Always
point I'm
remember
trying to
that.
make. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna say something else, but I can't remember now.
It's okay. But the problem is like most people don't realize just how fake social media is, or was, I should say, because like in the years since cuz like 10 years ago, I'd say no, not even 5 to 6 years ago, right? The
right?
internet was uh composed of like uh a ton of non authentic stuff. Like but fast forward to today where there's some moments of like or like uh some people still have their like online personas, right?
Right?
But like I think it evolved to people not really being afraid to show who they really are, cuz like the internet has evolved with the people making content, you know?
Yeah.
Cuz like content creators nowadays aren't really concerned about being perfect. They just want to create for their audiences without because like they feel like they've reached a level in their parasocial relationship where they could be even more vulnerable with their audiences, and there's no need to put like a facade of like perfection when they're just like cuz like yeah, you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That got me thinking,
Yeah.
actually. Bro, there's so many unanswered questions in this world, honestly.
I agree.
Bro, do you feel like some YouTubers do put on a fake facade, though? I don't know now.
I mean,
I think it's possible. Some do it, not
do you
all.
mean like in this like this the this decade or like last decade? Because like in the 2010s, a ton of YouTubers did a lot of fake stuff for views. Like,
Oh, that is true. Well, I guess I mean more so this decade. Like when it's like a family channel,
oh
for
yeah,
like
definitely. Like
vlogging.
nobody,
Definitely, I would say so.
because like I don't think people would, because like everybody wants their kids or their family to be seen as nothing except for perfect, nothing but perfect, right? So I
Right?
don't think they would show like authentic parts of themselves when it like when the internet has historically been mean to people who show their true selves when but it's crazy though cuz like there's two sides to the coin. Like sometimes the people who put on a persona are treated like better than the people who are real. Like the people who put on like the the people who have like a image of being the best and being perfect. Like
I think I get what you're saying.
yeah, like uh audiences are more drawn to that because they want to attain that. Like it's intriguing to them. It's engaging with them. Like yeah, but when people watch in in the past, like when people watch like real like people without like the need for
Mhm.
perfection, they usually don't have like people like okay, what I'm trying to say is people who show their true selves without like a perfect lens or a perfect image, they tend to get treated with like disrespect and like they aren't treated very well compared to people who seem perfect because the
Right?
people who seem perfect aren't getting attacked because of their imperfections, you know? But
Right?
authentic people have historically been like attacked for not being perfect.
It's actually such a sad thing to think about,
I know.
man.
Yeah.
can't please everyone in this world. You're just trying to be yourself. And
Exactly.
like,
Exactly. That concept is very interesting to me. Like pleasing people and being yourself. Cause like, what do you think about being yourself?
like me,
Yeah.
I say go for it because I don't really know what you have to lose by being yourself. Like the way I
Yeah.
see it, if you're trying to pretend to be somebody you're not, it's only really affecting you, and like it's kind of affecting like your stability and actions that you can do. Um, let me see. I don't even mean that. Sorry. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um,
I agree.
I feel like once you have to pretend to be someone you're not, then that only like, and I probably said this, it not only affects you, but it just makes it harder for people to see the real side of you. And I
Yeah.
feel like once you put on a facade on purpose, like intentionally,
Yeah.
then you have to hold back on either saying certain things or succeeding at certain things just to
Yeah.
please the audience.
Exactly. Cause like it's like uh it's not it's like it's like you're being fake, right?
Right?
It's like, yeah, if you're pleasing someone, Mike Tyson once said, uh if you please everybody, no, he said if you're friends with everybody, you're an enemy to yourself.
I agree.
Like,
Holy, he's
yeah,
right.
he's wise, bro. Like,
I would love to learn more
yeah,
about him actually. So
me too, me too. But anyway, like, I agree with what he said. Like,
mhm.
if you constantly uh sacrifice yourself, like okay, what I'm trying to say is I agree with how Mike Tyson said that if you're friends with everybody, you're an enemy to yourself because like you're not being true to yourself. You're not being who you are, like because you want friends. When it like you should be like you shouldn't care about pleasing people. All you have to do is like to get friends is to like all you have to do to make friends is to be a good person. Like but like being a good person can be who you are. You know, like
Mhm.
it's not you don't lose anything by being a good person. If anything, you gain friends for being a good person, for being a kind person. So, as long as you're being yourself and as long as you're being kind, the people who want to be your friend, like, you'll have no problem being friends with people. Okay, I don't think I'm trying. I don't think I'm making sense right now. Do you
No,
think I'm
you are
making sense?
actually. I can give a text to show connection too about this.
Because like, I think I feel like I'm going on a tangent right now.
That's good. Mhm.
Really?
Yeah, that gives me things to say as well, and that
Okay.
leads to more discussion.
Yeah. So, I guess the point is, your real friends will love you for who you are, as long as
Yes,
you're being,
preach.
yeah, as long as you're being true to yourself, and as long as you're being kind, and as long as you there's more to it than that. You have to be respectful. You have to, yeah, like, yeah. That's all I gotta say.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll try to keep this in order. So first, about the facade thing,
yeah.
I can give a text to show connection. It's really really random though. Um,
What show is it?
if any of you, okay, I talk about this a lot, so just keep in mind.
It's okay.
For those of you who've watched Cobra Kai,
Oh
there's a
yeah, I
character
love
named
that show,
Hawk.
bro. I love that show. That's the best show
Me
ever.
too.
Yeah,
Me too. I'll go into it later.
yeah,
To make a long story short,
yeah.
Hawk was a kid, high school. Oh my god, a high
It's
schooler
okay.
who got bullied
Yeah.
because of his left. How do you say it? left
Left.
clip or something
Yeah,
like that.
left clip. Yeah.
Cleft lip, right?
Yeah.
So he goes from being bullied to the bully
Yeah.
because of a certain karate teaching, and I realized it right away. What his bully act wasn't actually, it wasn't coming from deep down,
Yeah.
because I know that deep down he was just afraid and he was putting on an act to try to overcome that fear of being bullied. In his mind, he thought he was doing the right thing and attracting the right people, but he was only unattracting the right people and attracting the wrong people. Like
Because he was.
he even
Yeah.
you go first, sorry.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
He even made he never not amends, but he was even on the same side as his bully. That's all I'm gonna say because I don't want to spoil the show. But about the nice guy, I mean about the other part that you were talking about. When you're nice, like in general, when you're nice and kind, you're gonna attract the right people, or not. But you're more than likely to attract the right people who will stay by you and like you for who you are because of how you act to them. Mm, thank you.
I agree. I
You
agree.
might, I'll be honest, from unfortunate firsthand experience, you can still be kind and meet like the wrong people
Yeah.
who will find a reason to like not like you for who you are. They'll find a reason to nitpick, but those are not people worth pleasing, in my opinion, at all.
I agree.
So yeah, yeah.
Well said. Well said.
Thank you, man. Likewise as well. That was a lot to talk about.
For
My
real.
goodness.
So
I
yeah.
often, I often. Sorry, I'll be quick.
No, it's okay. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Don't worry. Not to toot my own horn, but growing up, like from oh my fucking god, from school
Bro,
to like
bro,
high school and college
just
and whatnot.
relax. Breathe.
You know what?
Breathe, bro.
I bet.
You don't
So
have to like
from
talk fast. Just stay
that.
calm and like take it easy. Like don't curse yourself or whatever. Just relax.
Thank you, man. I don't know why that happens. It just happens when I suddenly think of something. All the
Yeah.
ideas rush out.
Just
Um,
take your time with it and like uh take it slow. Like no
that
need to rush. You got
I
this.
appreciate the words, man. Thank you. Um, so growing up, like going from elementary to middle to high school, I've always been told that I'm really kind. And at first, I was like, "Thank you, I appreciate it." But as I went along, people told me that I shouldn't like let people walk all over me like that. I should learn how to take no for an answer, and that being too kind can be a bad thing sometimes. I didn't really understand it until I started meeting certain people, and I realized, like, I just realized it on my own as well, that people can take advantage of your kindness. And from there, I just became more wary. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, hmm, how to put this in good words? People will try to take advantage of you for small reasons. Never give them that chance at all. Yeah.
I agree.
Thank you,
It's beautifully said, bro. Beautifully said.
thank you, man. Thank you, man.
Are you
We cover
having
a lot of
yeah,
topics today, right,
for
man?
real? Are you having fun?
Hell yeah, yeah. I mean, heck
Yeah.
yes, I am. Honestly, bro,
Yo,
this is going so well.
I know,
Honestly,
right? Like we got through so much. It's crazy.
and honestly, I thought I was sorry. Yeah,
Yeah. Go.
honestly, I thought I was gonna be really awkward and like
You're fine,
become brain
bro.
farted.
You're
Like,
fine. It's all
easy
good,
man.
bro. It's like who cares if we're awkward? It's like
Yeah.
uh
That could be a good thing
it's
sometimes.
the first episode.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're not gonna be like straight A perfect at it. It's gonna take
Is the
time, but
audio
we're doing
okay?
really good.
Like is
Yeah.
it better like this or is it
Sometimes
like
it's
this?
honestly, sometimes it either cuts out or speeds up for me, so I can't really tell when you're done talking. So that explains it.
I'm sorry too. I'm sorry.
That's okay. No, I didn't. That's okay. Goodness. I wonder how I was gonna feel editing all of this. So.
I mean, I'm just it's gonna be like uncut. Like this
Oh
is
right,
it.
yeah.
This is it, bro. This is it. Like this is all that's um yeah, this is it. Like I'm just gonna let it roll, you know?
I like it, man. Honestly, I
Yeah,
respect everything we're doing.
for real.
I really feel like we're gonna reach the right audience as we continue.
Hopefully, bro, hopefully.
Bro, imagine the
Yeah.
connections we form because of this.
And the community?
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
say that, yeah. Like the audience, whatnot, whatever.
Yeah. Both.
We might have
Connect
to cut that part out, but yeah,
connections within the community. That's the
yeah.
key.
We're gonna reach the right audience. I can't wait.
Speaking of audiences, I feel like um we should talk more about uh writing and filmmaking. You know what I mean? Like,
Heck, I'm down, yeah.
yeah, the process of like coming up with ideas and characters and stuff. Do you want to go
Yeah,
first?
I know. Sure. Yeah, it's not always as easy. I know I said this before. It's really not as easy because it's not just a fact of like it's not like a matter of just coming up with a character, a plot line, and then writing until your brain drops. It's like you have to find little plot twists to keep the story momentum going.
Mm.
You have to like not give too much dialogue to one character over the other. Well, that's arguable. You have to find balance, as well, what I'm saying. Like you gotta find balance in, I guess, how you write the scenes out, how fight scenes are written out, and dialogue and plotline. Um, writer's block is a real like it's like a real hissy, right?
Yeah. Do you have any advice
Really,
for the listeners about writer's block and balance?
it's okay. Writer's block is completely normal. Everyone goes through it. When you feel that way,
Yeah.
just come up with something, even if it's small to you. Just start writing from there, and before you know it, you could be expanding on big ideas. So, like for example, if I'm writing a murder book and I don't really know what else to add besides like the five remaining surviving characters, you can make one of them secretly evil or something, or something like that, right?
Yeah. I
Or
agree.
have a revelation about one of them, and that could just add in more plot twist. We call that a plot twist, I believe.
Yeah.
Um, and as for balance, you're not gonna have it while you're writing. So my advice: write everything out,
Yeah.
like in the way that you want it to be, and then when you revise, then you can find the balance. See what scenes don't that you see what scenes you feel filters for are filters, for
Yeah.
like revising, and then cut them out or shorten it.
So you basically like a draft, right?
Ah,
So
pretty
yeah.
much, yeah.
So
But that
yeah.
leads into the concluding as well.
So you're figuring out like what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah,
Like,
because I noticed
yeah.
with mine, with my my second script was like it was horror as well as psychological.
Yeah.
I realized I was turning it into some kind of drama, which deviates from the theme that I was originally going for. So I cut out like a lot of the flashback scenes, a lot of the mottos, like like weakness makes you weak, like something like that. I realized I was turning it into like a soap opera. So you want to be careful with how you do it.
Bro,
So
I have an idea, bro.
yeah,
How
yeah.
about
What is it?
you go back to your document, right?
Right?
And then you go into your history, right? You go into your like the history of the document, right?
All right. Yeah.
And then you go to your flashbacks, right?
Hmm.
You put that in a different document, and then you could turn that either into like a prequel movie or a prequel show. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do
You could do
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, like you could turn like those flashbacks into like a soap opera, right?
That is so
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Cuz like
I just feared.
yeah.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry. I just feared that I would turn the theme into something it's not. But then
I
again,
agree. I agree.
if a show like Karate, if a movie like Karate Kid was able to turn into a series, which kind of feels like a soap opera now,
Yeah,
why can't I? So
I agree. But like it's a funny thing to think about. Like imagine making like a trilogy, right? And then turning it into like a soap opera. That's it's amazing.
exactly. If I'm being honest,
Yeah.
believe it or not, before season three came out, I'm not even season three.
Yeah.
Before season five came out, I never even planned on watching it. Like before season three came out, I looked at
Like
the
the
plot line
movies?
of Cobra Kai. No,
Not
of
yeah.
Cobra Kai, just
Yeah.
the show, not the movie.
Yeah.
Uh, when I saw when I just heard about it, I was like, "There's no way I'm ever watching this crap." It sounds so like far out
Cheesy
of the movies,
and cheesy.
but I was so wrong, right?
I used to think it was cheesy too.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I understand the teenage drama aspects are cheesy,
And like,
but honestly,
yeah,
yeah, sorry.
no, continue.
Okay, sorry. I
It's
also
okay.
feel
You're
like
fine. You're fine.
I'm glad that I watched it when I did, because when I watched it, it was just 3 months after season 4 came out. By then, we had I'm gonna just spoil it. We had many characters come out, like
Yeah,
Kreese, Silver, Chosen.
yeah.
So it was really great to watch
But
and to
like,
flesh
yeah.
out their characters too. Yeah,
But I think the cheesy part that I didn't really like about it was like the fights felt kind of like forced in a way. Cause like
yeah, that is true.
there's no way that okay, they're teenagers, right? They're supposed to know better. They're why would they fight in a water park? Like, first of all, they could slip, and second of all, like who in their right mind would cause a scene in a water park? Like that's a recipe for disaster. Like having a fight inside a water park of all places. Like that was just a weird place to have a fight. You know what I mean?
That is true. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like,
Unless a bit of
yeah.
unrealism on the show. So
I mean, it wasn't.
that's
Yeah,
what I like about it. It doesn't take
yeah,
itself serious.
yeah. It really doesn't. Like, I mean, sometimes it does, but other times it's not. Like,
Yeah,
if the,
like
like, yeah,
sorry. Yeah,
if they wanted to be more realistic, like they could have had the teenagers be like, uh, let's take this outside, or well, no, not no, let's take this outside the water park, or
right?
meet me at this location after school, or whatever. I mean, I think they did that in one of like the episodes.
Yeah, they did season
Yeah,
4, episode 8 or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like a water park of all places, that's
You know,
I think it's a cool idea, but watching it was like I've seen better fights, you know?
yeah, I see what you're
Yeah.
saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially since it's just like it's karate itself.
Yeah,
A lot of the moves are like it feels kind of slow at times.
and
Like it feels
forced.
like
Yeah, the
they're doing a ballerina dance or something.
exactly like it felt too choreo cho-
Yeah,
I
I know what
don't
you're
know how to
saying.
say the word, but
Yeah,
choreographed.
choreographic, I think.
Choreographed. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, the choreography. Yeah,
It felt like it didn't feel like cuz it didn't feel like a show. You know what I mean? Well, it kind of did. But like it didn't feel like it's instead of drawing you closer and like keeping you engaged and stuff, right?
right.
It wasn't the water park fight wasn't really that cool compared to like the the
It
fight
was so random.
in exactly compared to the fight in the staircase. Yo, the staircase
That was
fights.
badass.
Yo, like
Yeah, I like that a lot. I can't lie.
when Miguel fell the
Oh
first
my
time,
gosh.
that was brutal. That I never seen that before in my life. That was crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought. I thought it was gonna be Robbie, honestly, because of the
Yeah,
direction of the show. Yeah,
yeah, and like that really upped the ante. You know, like
exactly.
it was the peak, kind of like there was so much drama and so much tension, and Robbie just did that unthinkable thing without he
Exactly.
no hesitation. Like Miguel wanted to stop the fight, and then Robbie just kicked him. Like that was crazy.
You know, to be fair,
Yeah,
I see both sides here, but Miguel should not have tackled Robbie like
I
that, in my
agree.
opinion, because
They're both wrong.
Robbie literally.
They shouldn't
I
fight
mean,
in the school. Yeah,
exactly. Here's the thing, though. From Miguel's point of view, he just saw Robbie have Tori pinned against the wall, and he kicked one of Miguel's members. So I understand why he saw the fight,
I agree.
but I feel like he should have just waited 2 more seconds. But I
Yeah,
understand why he got angry.
and the
But still,
teachers should have stepped in too.
exactly. There was like one teacher or two of
Yeah,
them in the entirety. Like,
exactly.
but isn't there like a general rule though where they're not supposed to touch kids during the fight,
Oh yeah,
even though
definitely,
one did anyways?
definitely. That's a rule. Yeah, but
Okay, I'll
like,
be honest though.
yeah.
Sorry,
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
the water about the water park fight.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying, but I feel like in the teenagers' minds, they're not really thinking straight if they're
I
like
mean, I guess
really
that's
in a
fair.
fight.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
fair.
think that's just one option.
That's fair. Yeah.
But what baffles me is the lack of police in this freaking world,
Oh
bro. In
yeah,
karate, I
definitely,
mean, in
bro.
Cobra Kai,
Like,
so much crimes
well,
have been committed that would last a felony, bro. Like,
yeah,
holy,
not necessarily the lack of police, because like, Kreese literally got arrested.
that
Remember?
is true. Sure that,
Yeah.
but like, bro, Hawk,
Yeah.
Chris, and the kid with the long hair, they jumped Nate. They threw Bert through a
Oh
window.
yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
come on, like what? There was
It's
a housebreaking.
it's
That's what.
crazy. It's crazy. It's
Like,
like,
actually,
yeah,
no. Amanda was gonna press charges, but she saw Tori's household life or something like that,
and
so
she
she
felt
decided not
bad.
to.
She felt bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's that.
Yeah.
But there's just so much shit that shit that would, if it was real life, it would have been over before season 2 came out. That's
Definitely,
all I'm
bro.
saying.
Definitely. No question about it. I mean, I
Yeah,
guess that's kind of like what I like about Cobra Kai. Like,
yeah,
as you said earlier,
yeah,
it doesn't take itself seriously. Even though, like, I wasn't really like, I didn't really like the water park scene. Like, it doesn't mean I don't like the whole show. The whole show is
yeah.
great. Yeah. I just didn't like that scene because it felt kind of
It was
cheesy to me.
horrible, man.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it it reminded me of like Disney Channel a little bit, cuz like, you know how they had like the most outlandish like plot points.
Yeah,
Yeah, like, uh
I
I
get what you're saying.
yeah,
Yeah, the whole vibe was off.
exactly. It felt so cartoonish, like
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah,
having a fight in a water park. Like, uh,
especially the way Hawk
yeah,
was acting too. Like, I
like
don't really get it,
it,
but
it felt so
they need to do something with
childish.
his character.
Like, it
So,
was so childish, the water park fight, compared to everything else. Everything else was like
right?
so, like, going into the show, I thought it was gonna be like mature, right? Because it is. It is mature. It has like deep themes and like adult themes, right? Kind of,
Right?
right? But like, that water park scene felt like a Disney Channel.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, felt
The whole background, the talking. Yeah,
exactly like the teenage drama. Didn't really feel like it felt like Disney Channel teenage drama, like watered down teenage drama that didn't really fit in. That
hmm
yeah,
yeah. I feel like the teenage aspects uh
they're good.
provides us that feeling as a whole,
No,
minus the breakbacking part. Yeah,
they're teenage drama is entertaining, but like the water park scene,
yeah, childish. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. But anyway, like, uh, that's
I know somebody
yeah,
who I'm not gonna name names
yeah,
for privacy reasons. They said they would never watch the show because of the teenage aspect, and I'm looking at them like, man, I said the exact same thing. And look where I am now. I watch it like every day.
yeah.
We watch it.
Yeah. Can you believe it? They're
So
gonna have their fifth and final season.
six. Yeah, I'm just glad there's
Six,
another season coming
six
out.
season.
Honestly,
They have six
six.
seasons.
Yeah, there's a sixth season coming out.
Oh yeah,
But
that's
you know what?
right. I forgot. Yo,
They started writing a
yeah.
month, I believe.
Here I am thinking they're still on season 5,
Oh, it's okay. Now
bro.
they're done with that somehow.
Saying, bro,
Bro, I
so,
finished that
yeah.
shit in 2 days. Dead ass.
I finished that in like a week. Cause like
Damn.
I
I
had
was having to.
I had school. Yeah,
Oh yeah, I get that.
yeah,
I should have been doing my homework as well. Oh well.
bro. Like, Stranger Things has 5 seasons. Well, they're gonna
Time for season.
yeah, they're gonna end with a fifth season. Can you believe that?
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're gonna end with a fifth season.
Are they gonna have any sequels or whatnot?
I'm not sure, but like, Stranger Things has it's crazy because like the kids from Stranger Things has literally grown up. You know,
Yeah, I don't know how that works in the timeline, to be honest. Like a year passes, right? And then they're all like teenagers.
I get. I don't know. I'm not. I haven't really caught up with it. It's like uh, I haven't really got into Stranger Things because like
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. I forgot. Right.
I just skip around episodes because like
That's fair.
I don't really care about what's going on. I just I mean I I have a vague I have vague knowledge about the plot and stuff, right? But like
Right.
most episodes, I just skipped because I didn't want to sit down and watch it, even though I heard it's good. I mean,
It's a,
yeah, I just skip around episodes. Yeah,
okay. So in my opinion, just my opinion. Stranger Things is nowhere as good as Cobra Kai, in my opinion.
definitely,
But
definitely,
that's
bro,
also really
definitely.
because I don't remember in Stranger Things, at least. I don't remember how each villain makes their appearance. From since I last watched it in June,
Yeah,
season 4,
yeah,
in my mind, they just randomly appeared, but they appeared from something. So
yeah.
I don't remember. Wait,
I get that. Yeah, I get it.
Cobra Kai, dude.
Yeah, bro. You know,
Yo,
speaking of like, I re- I realized something. Like
what?
to me, if I watch something, like if I binge watch something, I don't really remember it that much. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, that's interesting. Think
it,
about.
compared to
I
like
don't know.
stuff that I watch like religiously, like compared to something that I watch uh like every day, right?
Right?
Like okay, so when I was a kid, I used to watch Quantum Leap all the time. Like every single day when I got home, no, I would wait until Quantum Leap came on, or like, no, I binged watch. No, I didn't binge watch. I when I was a kid, I watched a lot of TV growing up. I watched Dragon Ball Z, Quantum Leap, Magnum PI, all sorts of stuff. Right?
Right?
I watched it every single night. Those shows, like it was like on a daily basis, right?
Mm.
And like I remember it. I remember like I remember it. I remember it more now, like because I spent a lot of time doing it. But like I didn't really binge watch it until uh, I didn't start binge watching until high school. I think, yeah, in high school I binge watched a lot. I binge watched because that's when I started to like that's when my mentality shifted from enjoying the show to finishing the show. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like
yeah,
it's not.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like I wasn't watching like okay in high school. I was watching Attack on Titan not because I was enjoying it, but because I was trying to finish it. You know.
Hmm.
But then
I get that.
like I watched it again, and this time I fully enjoyed it. Like, and I remember it right.
Right.
I remember it more because I enjoyed it, and I didn't watch it because
Holy.
like I didn't. My intentions were based on enjoyment. I didn't do it because I wanted to finish it, and that's the problem I have with binging. Because if I like, if I binge something like quick, right, I'm gonna forget about it in less than a week. But if I binge something, if I binge like a show, there's a lot of factors. If I binge it just to binge it and get it out of the way, I'm not gonna really remember it. But if I binge it and it, if I enjoy something, I'm gonna remember it more than if I didn't enjoy the. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
yeah,
Yes. I'm looking at things differently now,
yeah, not the,
dude. Interest
yeah,
matters. Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
exactly.
I feel like
It's not just
honestly,
because,
man.
yeah.
No, you go first. Sorry, it's all you.
It's okay. You go. You go.
Honestly, sorry. I feel like that was the case with me with like Stranger Things, Breaking Bad. I didn't. I wasn't. No, I was never really interested in. I was interested in it, but my level of interest wasn't like as high as it would be for like The Walking Dead or Cobra Kai.
Or
So
Doctor
because of
Who.
that, Doctor Who exactly.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, now I'm gonna be honest. Now
David
I
Tennant.
just watch Doctor Who to watch it. I don't really have the excitement that I had for it as a kid for whatever reason. I because I feel like the show's being milked on. But
Yeah,
here's the thing, though.
yeah,
I feel like when we watch, it's kind of what you said, pretty much. When we watch stuff that we like, we're more likely to remember small details that
exactly,
play a bigger part in the show. Whereas if we watch a show just to watch it and to say we watch it, then we're more likely to forget minor details.
exactly.
Yeah. Bro, you made me look at it differently. Thank you, man.
Really?
Shit.
No,
Yeah,
no, no
I
problem,
was
man.
wondering why. Like I was wondering why I couldn't remember a lot of events from Breaking Bad, even though I had just watched an episode like yesterday, for example.
Cause like
Like
that's
from
yeah,
watching episode 8
yeah,
today, I would forget what happened in episode 7 for it to con- for the problem to continue in episode 8. You know.
yeah.
Anyways,
Cause yeah, it's strange.
now right. Look at this.
Yeah. 10 years ago was 2013.
That's so freaking weird. The next year we started middle school.
Yeah. You know what else like happened 10 years ago?
What?
The first episode of Attack on Titan,
Oh man, I still haven't gotten around to watching that.
bro. It's so good. It's a little slow in the beginning, but in the end, towards the
What
end,
is it?
it's good. Can you believe it? There's only like 4 seasons, but there's gonna have.
Ooh,
It was originally supposed to end in the fourth season, right? But
right,
they're gonna make a fifth season, right? Technically, it's
right.
still the fourth season. It's just okay. The fourth season was called Attack on Titan: The Final Chapter, Part One, right?
Right.
And then the next part was Attack on Titan: The Final Chapter, Part Two, and then now it's Attack on Titan Season 4, The Final Chapter, Part 2, Part 1.
Wow.
Like, so it's technically a fifth season, right? It's,
Right.
yeah.
Do you recommend watching it though?
Yes. You have time to
Bet.
you have time to watch it too because like uh what do you call it? Oh yeah. Uh a new episode is coming in March of this year. Or is it April? I'm not
I'll
sure.
make it a time.
I'm not sure when when the new season's coming out, but I heard it's gonna be really sad.
Oh damn.
Yeah,
I bet a main character is gonna die, like an OG probably.
that's what it
But I don't
had.
know anything about it.
That's
So.
what it said in the manga or the manga. Yeah,
Oh crap! There's a manga.
yeah.
I forgot. Wait, do I need to read the manga to like
No,
whatever manga
you don't
manga
have
to
to.
watch it?
You don't have to.
Shit.
It's like
Okay,
if
good.
you read the manga, you're gonna spoil it for yourself, kind of. But like, I
All
mean,
right.
yeah. I mean,
Well, I'm okay with that. So.
like Attack on Titan
Nah,
is
I'm not gonna read it.
every anime or most animes are based off of the manga or the manga. Yeah.
Are there like differences that deviate from the comics to the show?
Sometimes, yes. Sometimes.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, what isn't?
Yeah, sometimes.
How many episodes are in each season?
I'm
Or does
not
it vary?
I'm not sure. I think it varies. But like
Yeah, it varies. I don't think so. Yeah.
23, 26, 26 episodes per
Okay.
season, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll admit though, I won't be able to watch it anytime soon because I have a list that I'm following. So.
Bro.
It'll be like the
Yeah,
after. Okay, so my plan is I watched the final episode of Breaking Bad,
yeah,
then The Last of Us, Better Call Saul, and then there's another one, but I forgot.
bro. Don't even get me started on my list, bro. I don't
Oh,
like. It's been very hard for me to find shows that I'm into, right?
now I got that right.
Cause like there's just so much out there, so much content. Like
Bro,
it's a bit overwhelming to be honest.
yo, I regret like not watching a lot of this during lockdown because I know I'd be finished by long finished.
I mean, to be fair, The Last of Us only released recently, like this year.
Oh yeah, true,
Yeah,
true that. Yeah,
and Better Call Saul isn't even done yet. I don't think is it?
yeah. I no, honestly, I'm not sure.
Because like
I think
Yeah,
so. It's been going on
probably.
since 2015. So,
Really? Wow, that's crazy.
and then there's El
Yeah.
Camino, which is like a follow up of Breaking Bad. So
It's like a
I
multiverse
think.
or like a universe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Did you know that Breaking Bad is kind of connected to The Walking Dead in a way?
How? How?
Um, wait, what?
How is it connected to
Oh,
Walking Dead?
okay. So
Yeah.
to make a long story short, if I don't know if you know this,
Yeah.
Breaking Bad is kind of about drugs and whatnot. So I'll admit at times
Yeah.
I felt illegal watching it. Anyways,
You want me to cut this
it's
part
possible
later?
that you don't have to.
Okay.
I mean, the show really that is what the show's about after all.
Okay.
So I mean, it's up to you though.
No, it's okay. It's
Maybe
okay.
actually, maybe you should
No,
in case it reaches the wrong
it's all right.
audience.
It's like it's a show. Like Breaking Bad
Yeah,
is not real, so it's
yeah, that's
fine.
true. Yeah,
Yeah.
and besides, if you look at the plot, it's gonna literally just say that.
Yeah.
But like, look,
Yeah.
to make a long story short,
Yeah.
one of the oh my god, I feel so bad saying this.
It's fine.
The
It's fine.
one of the main characters in Breaking Bad, who was a meth dealer, he like he has a certain way of talking. Like he'll say the word bitch a lot. Sorry, you might have to cut that out.
Yeah.
But on the show, in the Walking Dead, one of the other main characters talks about how he had a meth dealer who would say bitch a lot, and a lot of the similarities kind of followed up from the show from that meth dealer. And in The Walking Dead, I don't know if I'm making sense.
You
One of the
are. I'm
characters,
sorry, bro. I'm
sorry,
sorry.
that's
I'm
okay. I
sorry.
know it's kind of dumb to talk about. I
No,
know.
no, it's not.
Um,
It's not.
it-
I never heard of Breaking Bad until now. It's fine.
it's okay.
It's fine.
It's a lot more than what it seems. But in The Walking Dead as well,
Yeah.
one of the characters pulls out a bag of meth or was something that's white. I don't know what it's
Yeah.
called. And it looks very similar to what's produced on Breaking Bad. So it's possible that, in short, it's possible that the drug dealer was associated with. He was a drug dealer to a character on The Walking Dead before the outbreak.
It's possible. Yeah. I
Yeah,
I see that. Yeah. I think so. And like it's even by like the same studio too.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
AMC,
hmm
like the same company.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it's possible it's a multiverse or something.
That's true. That's true.
Not multiverse, more like
You sh-
it's a follow
It's
up
like
universe.
a shared universe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I promise you, Breaking Bad is more than just it's halfly drugs, half family relationships.
I heard about it. Is this
Season 5 is
yeah.
when shit really gets real, in my opinion.
Is
Oh,
it
sorry.
is
Yeah.
it about this guy who like he's a teacher and like
Yes.
he
Wait. Yeah.
he sells drugs because he has cancer?
To provide for his family,
Oh
or is
man.
that I can't say. But
That
until you watch it.
that's so
Not
that,
telling you,
yeah.
it gets really big.
That's I feel bad for the guy.
Exactly. At first, he sees it as an innocent thing,
Yeah.
but as time goes on, drug deals never really go well, and yeah, it progresses on the show.
Can you spoil it for me? Like does he ever get cured?
Has he ever heard? Well, yeah, halfly.
How so?
I'll tell you how.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the whole story, but then
Tell me.
I might as well spoil the whole show for you because it
Say it.
ties in.
Say it.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So he gets diagnosed, right?
Yeah.
He thinks he has like 6 months to live max.
Yeah.
So he does all these drugs to provide for his family,
Yeah.
so that the medical bills are covered and whatnot.
Yeah.
He ends up making bank, but
Yeah.
eventually his cancer goes down by like 80%.
Wow, that's
So
good.
essentially,
That's good.
all the shit he had to endure was almost for nothing.
Wow.
But it comes back eventually.
And then he goes on it again.
Well, Yeah,
But like,
pretty much. Yeah.
did he ever stop doing that or like?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I haven't finished the last episode yet, so I don't know. I'm on a break from that.
Okay.
I think
That's fair.
so. I need to rewatch honestly because I'm taking a little break until my friend comes by so we can watch it.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
It's a very like sentimental show, so like it has you. I'm
Yeah.
being honest with you. This show is written in a way where you can feel bad for him, even though he ends up becoming like a minor antagonist.
I mean, wait, what?
Like, yeah,
Okay.
it's written in a way where you end up feeling bad for him, even though he ends up having a big ego. So
So it's like he's he's kind of like anti-hero kind of.
anti, well, sorta. He indirectly causes people to die. I'll tell you that
Oh,
much.
oh man, that's terrible.
When you watch, if you ever watch the show and you make it to season 5, you'll understand.
Bet.
But I'll tell you this though, it's really, really long. So at certain points, you might find yourself questioning why you're watching this, but it's worth it in the end.
Okay. Um, you want to take like a little break?
Sure,
What else do you want to talk
and
about?
then take it. Hmm. You know, doing this, I don't know how this is gonna come off,
Yeah,
but doing this was really therapeutic,
I know, right?
especially for someone who like generally doesn't express himself like verbally on a daily. So verbally, yeah.
I feel you. I feel you. So, what should
You know,
this?
I still
Yeah,
gotta watch Demon Slayer. Actually, now that I
same,
think of it,
bro. Same.
I watched episode 1 like twice, and then I stopped. Never went back to it.
I think I'm on episode 5. Like,
Jeez,
yeah,
is it good?
I haven't watched in like a year. No, has it been a year?
Oh,
Yeah,
fair.
it's been a
Same,
year.
same.
Yeah, it's
Since last December.
yeah. I wanted to finish it last year, right? But like, I just I just didn't have the time, you know?
Yeah, I got that. Yeah.
Yeah.
In my case, I was too lazy. Now I'll watch it though for real. One of these days.
Yo, I have like a so many animes and so much I want to there's so many things I want to watch. I just don't know where to start, bro. Like
Same.
right now I'm watching Young Justice. Like uh I watched
Right.
it when I was a kid, right?
Right.
Like I heard there's like a new season, right? Or like
Right.
there's newer seasons that came out recently. But
Wait, what show again?
Young
Sorry.
Justice, like you know
Oh,
the
Criminal Justice. Right.
Young Justice, like
Oh, Young Justice.
the
Right.
DC animated show about young teenagers,
Hmm.
like young superhero teenagers. Like yeah, like I haven't watched it in like a while, but I'm like rewatching it now, and I'm also watching The Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
I heard it all something like that. Is it worth watching?
Yeah, it's really
Actually,
entertaining.
I'll scroll right now
Like
while we're here.
what? I couldn't hear that last part. What happened?
I'll scroll through it while we're talking.
Bet
Sheesh.
bet. Okay.
I want to see what's on
Uh,
Netflix.
it's really
I heard
good.
about something called The Fresh Prince.
Yeah, it's good. It's starring Will Smith. It's good.
Yeah, yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
90s sitcom, right?
Yeah. It's amazing.
I heard of it, yeah. I watched one of the scenes. It was so
Yeah.
something. It was so touching.
You seen that scene where like uh Uncle Phil takes Will and Carlton to court, and then like uh Will has an opening statement like
Damn,
it,
I don't recall that.
like they're in a
I
courthouse,
remember one of
right?
his
Yeah.
fencing scenes, though.
Yeah. They're in a courthouse, right? And then
Right?
he's like, "Your Honor, this is my opening statement," or like the judge says, "Mr. Smith, do you have an opening statement prepared for us?" And then Will's like, "Your Honor, I was born. I was born in West Philadelphia. No, he basically like uh did the theme song for. He did his theme song for his opening statement. Like, West Philadelphia, born and raised, the playgrounds where I spent most of my days. Like he did that line for his opening statement in the show. Like it was funny.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I need to watch that, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't gotten up to it yet, but like I saw that clip on TikTok and that intrigued me to watch the show.
Respect.
Yeah.
So TikTok does have some value.
I guess it does, yeah. Yo, imagine like we go viral on TikTok and then like people want to watch like our podcast from the clips
Oh,
that
I'd be
yeah,
so nervous, but I'd be so down as
me
well.
too, bro. Me too.
But real talk though, we gotta be careful with what we say by then. I should cut
Yeah.
that out. Whoops. At times I'm forgetting that we're recording.
Nah, but it's fine, bro. It's fine. Like I get what you're saying.
We are uncovering a lot though. So
We
it
don't
could gain attraction.
we don't have to cut that part out. Like
Oh, sure.
we could just leave it in and then we could like use that to segue into the next part of the conversation. Like
Oh yeah, true.
how important it is to be aware of like the things we say and the influence that like in general everybody on social media has some influence in little ways, right?
Right?
Everybody has to be aware of like the stuff they say, the information they present, and like they have to be more cautious, about the things they say on the internet because freedom of speech is not freedom of consequences. There will always be consequences no matter what. you know and,
Honestly, I wholeheartedly agree.
and that's what most people forget on the internet.
And
Most
I feel like they take it to their advantage.
exactly,
That's
most people
very
forget about
valid.
that, and they complain about other people having the freedom to respond to whatever they said. you know they complain about
Exactly.
quote unquote cancel culture when cancel culture isn't really a problem. Like it's it's not really real. Like because the people who are claimed to be canceled or whatever, nothing really happens to them. Like they still have their platform. They just get a ton of butthurt fans. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it reaches the wrong audience sometimes, which also
Exactly.
brainwashes and
Exactly,
starts
bro.
misinformation.
Exactly.
Like it's a
100%.
cycle.
Exactly, bro. Like
Uh,
they feed into each other.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's crazy. Crazy.
What was I gonna say? Damn it.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's very crazy. Like
Hmm.
it's crazy.
What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Yeah, exactly. Like
Mm.
people think they could just say whatever they want and
And
think it's
expect
okay to get away with it, but that's not how it
exactly.
works.
That's not how it works in the real world. Like people claim that uh, nothing matters and that people don't care. Okay, there are arguments where people say that nobody cares about what people like. Nobody cares about what people say, but that's not really true because like people
That's such a low thing to say.
exactly
That's
like
meaningless.
because like in reality people do care. They just don't want trouble. They don't want to be involved in whatever bullshit they hear. You know, they don't want, cause like most people act like they don't care because they want to seem like they don't care, but deep down they really do. They just don't want to cause any drama. But but other people exploit that. That's another problem.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly, yeah.
Yeah. In a way, everything we said um everything we said in this podcast all relate to each other, you know? Like the people who don't care, or the people who seem like they don't care, are putting on an image because they want to please other people. Like they don't want to cause any drama
Yeah,
or unnecessary conflict, you know?
yeah. It ties into the whole like, but how do you say it, facade, something like
Yeah,
that.
facade and
Into the whole
image.
facade, fake personality.
Yeah, and
How like
yeah, and
exactly like how like what goes around the
perception.
internet affects mental health and whatnot.
Exactly. As you said earlier, it's like a cycle.
Hmm.
Perceptions, perspectives, so much.
I almost fell victim to that, so
Yeah,
I'll admit,
yeah.
it is a little hard to dig yourself out of that hole, but once you do it, then it's easier to like manage.
I
Oh
agree.
my God.
I agree. So, how do you want to end today's episode?
Wait. When do I want to end it?
How and when?
Oh,
Yeah.
uh, well, I probably should eat. So I guess we can end now, but
Okay.
hold on.
So, how do you want to
Wait.
end it?
I want to tell the viewers that this isn't the end of our podcast. Obviously,
Yeah.
this isn't even the begin. This is just the mere beginning.
Yeah, this is just
There's
episode
many more to
one,
come.
season one,
Just
episode
yes,
one.
exactly.
Yeah.
We're gonna cover the amount of
Everything.
like topics we covered today in the time span. We're gonna do it in the next podcast. So
Exactly.
we're gonna learn so much, and just a personal message to the viewers. I may not know you yet, but I can't wait to grow with you if you
Me
give us a
too.
chance.
Me too. So make sure you subscribe and hit that bell for more uploads.
Yep. And remember, actually, I was gonna say something. I was gonna crack a joke, but never mind.
Say it. Say it. Say the
I
joke.
can't even remember it anymore. I was gonna say something really dumb, like, remember, it's the subscriptions that matter. But I was like, nah.
That's true. That's true. Subscription. Yo, you heard about that Supreme Court case that's gonna be seen in like this week? I think like the Supreme Court is like they're reviewing a case called Gonzalez versus Google that basically like attempts to change the internet forever. They're gonna look into the constitutional they're gonna see if so there's this section 230, right?
Right.
Like the Supreme Court is basically gonna see whether or not like algorithms, like whether or not social media companies should be held liable because of the recommendations of their algorithms. You know, like how algorithms give their viewers or like consumers recommendations. Like basically the Supreme Court is going to see whether or not those companies need to be held responsible for the
Whoa.
information or like the videos being recommended to their viewers or like their users. So yeah,
Okay, I have a lot to say, but sorry, are you done? My bad.
hold on. So basically, like as you said, like subscriptions really do matter because like when their algorithms no longer there, the only thing that's like subscriptions are gonna be the only way to let people know like whether or not you uploaded. So yeah,
I have a lot to say. Okay, guys, I
that's
have
it.
a lot to say, but we're gonna keep it for next time. Until next time, guys.
Until next time. Good night.
This is Sage, and that's Theo. Good night.